Hello, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a really powerful homily from Father Blair for the fifth Sunday of Ordinary Time. It's all about this universal Christian mission of justice, mercy, and, well, actually doing something about it. So right at the heart of this whole homily is this incredible line from the Gospel of Matthew. And you've got to understand, this isn't just a nice suggestion. It's a declaration of who you are as a Christian. It comes with this huge responsibility to be a visible, positive force in the world.
All right, so what does it really mean to be salt and light in our day-to-day lives? It sounds great, but what's the mission here? Let's break this down.
Okay, check this out. As salt, our job is to purify and preserve what's good, right? But also to give society this distinct taste of hope. And then as light, it's all about shining a light in the darkness, guiding people, and letting our good deeds be seen. Not for our own glory, but for something way bigger than us. It's really a call to be an active, game-changing presence.
And look, this is super important. This mission isn't just for priests or saints or some special group of people. No way. The homily makes it crystal clear that every single one of us, right where we are, in our families, with our friends, at work, we all have this unique and totally irreplaceable role to play. No sphere of influence is too small to make a difference.
Okay, so if salt and light is the mission, then how in the world do we actually do it? Well, the homily gives us two pillars, two core ideas that bring this whole thing to life: justice and mercy. First up is justice. Think of this as the absolute foundation, the bedrock. It's all about making sure everyone gets what they're due. You know, things like fair wages, basic human dignity. It's about building a world that reflects God's own sense of order, where everyone's fundamental needs are actually met.
But then there's mercy. And mercy is what goes way beyond just simple fairness. It's this lavish, over-the-top, unearned love that doesn't just see suffering, but actively works to relieve it. It's about forgiveness and compassion, not because someone deserves it, but because that's just what God's love looks like. And here's how they fit together, which is just brilliant. Justice is that essential foundation, right? It's the solid ground of a good society. But mercy? Mercy is like this overflowing river of love that just floods that whole landscape. It goes so far beyond what's simply required. So the mission is twofold: build a just world and then completely drench it in radical mercy.
Okay, let's be real for a second. This is a huge, kind of daunting call to action, right? I mean, living a life of perfect justice and overflowing mercy, that can feel completely impossible. So where do we get the strength to even try? Well, the homily points to a very specific source. And that answer is something called Eucharistic adoration. Now, for those who might not know, this is the Catholic practice of praying in front of the Blessed Sacrament, which is believed to be the real presence of Jesus. It's seen as this incredibly powerful way to have a direct personal encounter that gives you real spiritual strength and guidance.
And you know, this isn't just some niche practice. Popes have been talking about its power for a long, long time. Pope Benedict XVI even talked about wanting a Eucharistic springtime. He saw adoration not as some private little retreat, but as this transformative prayer that literally expands your heart to care about the needs of the whole world.
And here's the real insight, the big shift that happens. In the silence of adoration, we learn to flip the script on our prayer life. We move away from, "Listen, Lord, your servant is speaking," to, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." It's all about quieting our own internal noise so we can actually hear God's plan. And it's in that silence that we find the strength to go out and do it.
And get this isn't just theory. The homily shares this incredible real-world example. Parishes in the U.S. that have perpetual adoration, we're talking 24/7 prayer, they see an exponential increase in vocations, in people choosing a religious life. The message is pretty clear, right? When we actually make space to listen, we're so much better at hearing and answering our true calling in life.
So all of this brings us right to this moment, connecting that personal, quiet prayer to a very concrete, very ambitious mission for the whole community. At the very center of this parish's big mission is one single number: 10,000.
Now, Mission 10,000 isn't some quota they're trying to hit. It's a symbol. It represents this unending, tireless commitment to reach every single person on their local university campus and in the community who hasn't had that personal encounter with Christ yet. It's a mission that never really ends.
So to fuel this massive mission, the parish is basically supercharging its commitment to adoration. They started with a solid foundation, right? A few hours a week.
Then they increased access. But now they're taking this massive leap. They're starting full days of perpetual adoration, basically opening the floodgates of grace for the entire community to tap into.
All right, so we've looked at the why, our mission to be salt and light. We've talked about the what, justice and mercy. And we've seen the how, through Eucharistic adoration. So now the homily wraps up with a very direct, very personal invitation for every single one of us.
And here's the thing, this isn't pitched as a maybe or a possibility. It's presented as a guarantee. The promise is that if you commit to a regular holy hour in adoration, you will see real, tangible results in your life. We're talking more faith, hope, and love, a deeper prayer life, the ability to love other people more fully, and to unlock all the gifts the Holy Spirit has for you.
And so we're not left with a neat little summary. We're left with a direct challenge. It boils this entire powerful message down to one single personal choice. Now that you know the mission and you know where the strength for it comes from, the question isn't just about what you've learned, it's about what you're going to do. So, what's your answer going to be?